So I'm just going to do a quick video on the problem of compartmentalization. A lot of people can point the finger and they can say it's because these guys are following illegal orders, because these guys are following illegal orders. But in actual fact, there's some people that follow illegal orders more than others, by 10,000 times or whatever. But when it comes down to it, it's our fault because we're still paying our taxes. We're still paying our taxes to an illegal government, a government that isn't even our government, a government that is offshore. And we can't just point the finger anymore and say, oh, it's because of the media, it's because of our parents, it's because of the TV. But the solution is we've all got to start hitting our knees and coming to God, because if we don't, then you're just not going to understand what's going on. So I used to myself say, you know, it's the media, it's their fault that they're putting out all these lies that are brainwashing people. But when you think about it, who owns the media? We pay our taxes, which pretty much in every instance, even if it's not officially run by the taxpayer, them taxes actually goes to the elites. The elites use that money to pay for the media, to pay for the bombs that we drop on Syria, Afghanistan, wherever, to pay for all the weapons. So how do we defeat it? It seems pretty much impossible. It seems like there's no way we can defeat it, but we can. And the way that we do it is we start getting, number one, we stop forgetting what other people think. We start getting healthy. And I'm not saying, like, you know, a lot of people make the mistake of just going from being totally unhealthy to thinking they can get healthy the next day. No, that's not how it works. I started having a drink with my mates when I was about 16 years old. I'm now 27. So it took me 11 years of constantly trying every day. And I wasn't your average alcoholic. I was a binge alcoholic, so I would binge, you know, every 6 months or something like that. But every day I want, if you know, I would have allowed myself to, I would have had a drink. So it's all about, well, the point is, it's all about trying. If you want something, you've just got to try. Never give up. And that's what Donald Trump says. And you know, look at the position that he's in. He's made his own company from pretty much nothing. He had a £1 million loan off his dad, and then he made 8 billion, I think it was, and now he's president. And that's because he's constantly just, whatever it is, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. If you want it, you know, that much, you'll get it. Don't be stupid. And you know, say for instance, you want to, like I said a minute ago about being healthy, say you want to be healthy. You don't just, you know, expect to be Arnold Schwarzenegger the next day. If you want to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's going to take a lot of research, a lot of dedication, a lot of mistakes that you're gonna have to learn from, and a lot of upsets. You know, in the process, you're gonna become very insecure. You're gonna be thinking, you know, whoa, why can other people do this, but I can't do it? You know, it might be like 4 years and you've still not got what you wanted. It makes you feel insecure, but as long as you know that consciously, as long as you know that it's just part of the process, and some people get faster than others because of you know, different techniques that they come across and stuff like that, then you'll be alright. So we started off talking about the problem of everybody, you know, not knowing how to defeat this global world order and compartmentalization. And what we need to do is, another technique is, there's more of us than there is of them. So if we all start, like I've said before in these videos, it's all about the man in the mirror. So say for instance, you know, you get some, I mean, let me just tell you this now, in my opinion, I might be wrong. That's why I still, you know, continue to do these videos and fight the elite, because in my opinion, the elite are coming down. No matter what, they will be defeated. But I might be wrong, so therefore I have to do these videos and educate people, so then I have the moral high ground. But what we need to do is, we need to, all of us, there's more than us than there is of them. So what happens if we start speaking out? If, say for instance, there's one boss at work, at your place of work, and nobody likes him, but nobody will stand up to him, and it's going to continue to be nasty, and it's going to continue not to be liked. But if everybody, or even 30%, stand up against him, then his boss is going to tell him, listen, you need to change. If you don't change, then, you know, you're going to be fired. So that's a microcosm example of what we need to do as a society. If we just don't do nothing, if we just say, oh, corruption's always going to go on, yeah, but corruption's always going to go on, but how much is it going to go on in your era? Because you get civilizations that for decades and decades put up with corruption, and then you get civilizations that sort of put up with corruption and they sort free, and then you get civilizations that are just like, you know, this is just totally wrong, and they're the real ones that actually make a difference in the world. They're the ones that are remembered in the history books. So how are you going to be remembered in the history books? How are you going to be part of history? It's going to be hard. But we have the internet. They say best of times, worst of times. So we have the internet, which is a good thing. But then we also You have the choice basically. You have the choice of whether you want a good life or not. You have the internet, which provides you computer games, porn, sports, all the mindless entertainment that you want, and then you have the internet that provides your health, provides your history, provides your music, provides you loads of good things. So you have the choice. So it's all up to you. But I want to end this video by saying this. The main thing about this video is just, even if you just speak out a little bit, the main thing is when you're in work or around your family. They're the two things that you do in life, really. You work, and then you're around your family and friends. So how you do it is the way they do it. They do it very slowly. So all of a sudden it was, people had TVs in the house, and then they had computer games, which are both used to manipulate. Started off by putting things on the TV that were like good and wholesome and stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying do it in a Machiavellian way, but do it in a slow way. And there's a difference between Machiavellian and slow. So, say for instance you're around your family and you know about all this stuff, or you're in work and you know about all this stuff, and it's like you want to tell them, but you don't know how to. All you do is you start off by just like, say for instance people are talking about like having a baby or something like that, and you say it's up to you. You can either throw the haymaker, which I choose to do because it's easier to then speak about it next time, or you can just introduce it slow. And the way you do it is you just say, oh, do you know that 50 million, if they're talking about babies, do you know that 50 million black babies are aborted in America? It's quite bad, that, isn't it? And at first they're going to be like, well, he's never talked about this stuff before, but then next time it gives you the platform to actually introduce them sort of subjects again. And people are going to say, oh yeah, it's a bit weird, because you are weird compared to them. They've been brainwashed from cradle to the grave. This is what you do, this is how you speak, this is how you behave. Not used to random, spontaneous things. But that's, as humans, that's how we are. So discover your true nature, and if they start laughing at you or they don't like it, you're doing it from the good of your heart, and you just say, well, you can laugh at me, but no, I'm right, and I'm not in school anymore, so it really doesn't bother me. And then whatever, you just move on.